Anyways, it's good to see everyone. I'm in a good mood. I feel more energized today, so I always check in with that. And that's nice to know because lately I'd just been dead when I was coming here. So we've been talking about the divine masculine, and I'm kind of caught on conditioning of myself as a male. And when I did spend time thinking about it, again, I get confused when I think about masculine and feminine because I just see them really like in the yin and yang symbol, just blending into each other a lot. So I'm like men are warriors and defenders, and yeah, so are women, right? Women are compassionate, and so are men. And I really think there's this wonderful world where you can have if you have the absolute best traits you can have. If I have the absolute best traits I can have, then I'm probably demonstrating features of both. I think, but I do as a male in the United States, and as a white male, I think in particular, because TV teaches me different things as a white male than people who are of different color teaches. I don't know why, but I think males as a whole, there's this whole conditioning I have, and I do best with stories. I have all these things that I can just give you a list of the conditioning, and it's not going to do as well as a story. It never does. And the story was from today, so I'm dumping my list. Put it under the book. So at 4 p.m. today, I have a group of males, and they are very, very, very tough. So we have a BIS, a behavioral intervention specialist in the room, and I'm the teacher. And these boys are very, very out of control. Not anything I've done has brought them into control, right? So I'm sitting there, and the first thought that comes to myself is, I look weak. I look like a fool. I need to bring all of these boys under control, right? So then my head goes, well, I need to fight, and I need to lay down the rules and tell them what's what, and if they don't do it, I need to just lay the consequences on them. Okay. Well, I've tried stuff like that, and it's not worked usually with the kids I'm working for, who are all very high trauma kids, all of them, every single one. So I take a deep breath. So I go, if I do anything now, I'm going to break something. Does that make sense? Have you ever tried to fix something, and while you're fixing it, you're so frustrated you break it? It felt like that kind of situation. So I'm looking, and then the BIS who's in the room with me looks absolutely like just minorly frustrated, but not like they're blaming it on anybody. But in my head, I'm playing that they think I'm weak and that I need to take control and that this needs to be all okay. So I need to get past that in my brain, that doesn't matter whether they're thinking this A and B, they're probably not thinking this at all. This is all coming from me. I'm saying this to myself and putting it on some other poor soul to say it to me, you know? So I go in and decided that I made some interventions. I got some stuff working. I talked with one kid and I go, hey, if we do better tomorrow, then on Thursday I'm going to let you do this. But you need to do better tomorrow. And it's something they've wanted to do for a long time, and they've agreed. And another student who's not referred to anything, I was thinking I could put him on a thing called a behavioral intervention plan. But I go, I don't know if that's the best plan because that might be forcing it. There might be something better. I said, I don't have to decide today. Now, if I was in the frame of mind as my conditioning as a male, that I need to be in charge, then I just would have broke and just laid down rules, and they'd be in trouble right now, and they would have been yelling at me. But as it is I don't know what I'm going to do yet. And my gut tells me it's absolutely the right decision. Sometimes I get my answers when I fall asleep. I don't know if anyone's done that. I go to sleep, and I sleep, and I have a weird dream, or an idea just comes up, and then I go in and it works. These things really do happen. But in order for them to work, I can't force things. I just need to let go of all my preconceptions, whether they be feminine or masculine, but my conditioning, and just let that happen. And so that's what I'm doing. right now I get to be with you guys, and I get to reprocess the whole thing because it's been through my head and it's pretty fresh. This was all the way up to 5 o'clock, and come back at it tomorrow. But patience was the right answer in this situation, and that's not something I'm conditioned to be as a male. Gentleness was the right answer in this situation, and that's not something that I'm meant to be a male. And when I say that I'm conditioned to be as male, and when I say patience, I'm aware that might mean tomorrow I come up with a small solution, but it's not going to fix the whole thing because it's going to take a long time. Like these kids come in with the trauma. This trauma didn't happen overnight. It happened over a long time. It's going to take a long time to change it. And I can quit judging myself for not being able to fix it in 5 to 10 minutes. That's the other thing. I need to go and approach myself in such a way that I don't break myself and cause myself to burn out because I'm trying to make things happen that don't happen naturally in that short of a period of time. Except in movies, which really make it hard to teach because I think I should be able to do what they do in the movie. I should be able to stand on a desk, all my students are inspired, the rest of the year goes great. They hide in a cave, write poetry, and everything's awesome. But it doesn't happen that way. It's very, very slow. It takes a long, long time. And that's why I chose the job I am, because it forces me to face myself, and it helps me to be engaged with other people who could use that wisdom. Wow, I just call myself wise. Well, that's interesting. Anyways, I'm going to start the meditation now, and so thank you. Oh, of course, the meditation I was choosing was my deconstruct your conditioning list. By list. So I'm going to do an equanimity meditation because I have not done it for a while. It just feels right. Find a comfortable but alert position in which to sit or lie down. As you allow your eyes to gently close, pay attention to the body and see if there are any minor adjustments that will help you maintain the position for the duration of the meditation. Just rest comfortably. We'll start with a few minutes of concentration practice, just to help our minds settle and arrive in our present time experience. Allow your breathing to be natural, seeing where in the body you can feel the breath most naturally. It may be in the stomach or the abdomen, where you can feel the rising and falling as the body breathes. It might be in the chest, where you may notice the expansion and contraction as the body inhales and exhales. Perhaps it's at the nostrils, where you can feel a slight tickle as the air comes in and the subtle warmth as the body exhales. Breathing in, just bring a gentle awareness to the breath. Breathing out, Be aware of the breath leaving the body. You may notice the mind wandering. This offers us an opportunity to cultivate mindfulness and concentration. Each time we notice the mind wandering, we're strengthening our ability to recognize our present experience. Each time we bring the mind back to the breath, we strengthen our ability to concentrate. Treat it as an opportunity rather than a problem. In equanimity practice, we're cultivating a mind and a heart that stays balanced and at ease with our surroundings. In equanimity, we come to understand that our happiness and suffering are not caused by our experiences and circumstances, but in our responses to them. We may begin our equanimity practice by repeating the following phrases for ourselves. I'm responsible for my own actions. I'm responsible for the energy and attention I give my thoughts, feelings, and experiences. May I find a true source of happiness. May I find peace exactly where I am. Now bring to mind someone who has benefited you or been especially kind to you. This may be a loved one, a friend, a teacher, or mentor. As this person comes to mind, tune into your natural desire to see this person happy, free from suffering, and at ease with life. The practice is to recognize that although we may offer this person compassion, we are not in control of their happiness. Equanimity helps us to let go of the outcome and focus on our own experience. Repeat silently to yourself the following phrases. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are responsible for the suffering or happiness created by their own actions. May you find a true source of happiness. May you find peace exactly where you are. Let this person go from your mind and bring to mind a neutral person. This is someone you see maybe regularly, but don't know very well. It may be somebody who works somewhere you go to a lot, a coworker, a person you've seen at meetings, or maybe a neighbor. Although you don't know this person well, you can recognize that just as you wish to be happy, this person wants to be happy as well. You don't need to know what their happiness looks like. Again, offer this person the phrases of equanimity, recognizing that you aren't in charge of their happiness. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are responsible for the suffering or happiness created by their own actions. May you do what needs to be done to find happiness. May you find peace exactly where you are. Now, letting this neutral person go, think of someone you find difficult or toward whom you feel resentment, hurt, or jealousy. You may not want to pick the most difficult person in your life. Instead, choose someone who is currently agitating or annoying you. Again, offer these phrases of equanimity with the intention of recognizing that they are in charge of their happiness and ease. Regardless of my wishes for you, your happiness is not in my hands. All beings are responsible for the suffering or happiness created by their own actions. May you find a true source of happiness. May you find a peace exactly where you are. Now, letting go of all thoughts of others, return your focus to your own body, mind, and heart. Notice any discomfort, tension, or difficulty you may be feeling. Notice if you're experiencing any new lightness, warmth, relaxation, or joy. Notice if you feel any increase in your ability to care without controlling, to accept that each of us is responsible for the consequences of our own actions. Then, whenever you are ready, allow your eyes to open and gently return your attention to the space around you. Namaste. Okay, everyone get comfortable. We'll do the dedication of merit. May all places be held sacred. May all beings be cherished. May all injustices of oppression and devaluation be fully righted, remedied, and healed. May all who are captured by hatred be freed to the love that is their birthright. May all who are bound by fear discover the safety of understanding. May all who are weighed down by grief be given over to the joy of being. May all who are lost in delusion find a home on the path of wisdom. May all wounds to forest, rivers, deserts, oceans, all wounds to Mother Earth be lovingly restored to bountiful health. May all beings everywhere delight in whale song, bird song, and blue sky. May all beings abide in peace and well-being, awaken and be free. Namaste.